Today I'm going to talk about Wintering, the Power of Rest and Retreat in Difficult Times by British author Katherine May. Although this is more of a memoir, I certainly found some tidbits of self-help in it. And I must say I'm really late to the party on this one, as it was first published in 2020. Quite simply, I thought this book was beautiful, and I found it refreshing because it almost gave me permission to not be happy all the time. And as they say, it's okay to not be okay. Katherine May wrote it when her life was in a metaphorical winter period that included illness, the loss of her career, when her identity was shattered, the future was uncertain, and her life felt like an empty bowl. Wintering was named as a bestseller by the New York Times and Sunday Times and Der Spiegel. Katherine May artfully and masterfully compares the downtimes of life to a winter period when, on the surface, everything is bleak and gray and lifeless. But through her use of metaphors, she identifies the wonders and strengths of the literal winter seasons, which clearly can be translated to the metaphorical winter seasons of our lives. Whether it's the trees building strength under their brown limbs, or the dormice insulating themselves against the cold, or the cats growing a comfy winter coat, or the light that comes after the winter solstice, or the wolves surviving through their toughness, or the bees expending their energy all year just to survive a winter. Katherine May provides us with another way to look at the winters of our lives. In taking a lesson from nature, she gives us tips on how to survive. Huddle down. Keep our hands busy, but our lives less complicated. Do activities that are comforting, such as sewing and baking. Notice the little things, such as fresh air or the smell of coffee. Contact a friend. Feel the cool air on our face. In the process of listening to nature, Katherine May gives us hope to get through the literal and metaphorical winters of life. Light will come along with the spring. Life will be bright again. We will emerge with new thoughts, new energy, new compassion, new wisdom. And just like the literal winters, our metaphorical winters will happen again and again, each followed by spring and summer. That's the cycle of life. You know, we all have winter periods in our lives. And this book certainly isn't a cure-all for all our problems or issues, and some reviewers even thought it came from the vantage of the privileged. But I say it would be a good book to provide comfort when we are facing a major change, such as an illness or a career loss or the end of a relationship, or when we are simply confused and lonely and are questioning our purpose or our identity. It would also be a great read just for reflection, to remind us to slow down and be aware of the little things, or for those who simply need a little help to get through the actual winter season. I just might read this book again for the style, to count every one of Katherine May's delightful metaphors and to revel in her beautiful descriptions and to learn a little from her biology and history lessons. I do recommend checking out Wintering, the Power of Rest and Retreat in Difficult Times by Katherine May.